welcome. Crystal Gifford here. Thank you so much for opening the e-zine. I'm so excited to welcome you to one of my personal goals for 2013. And as you know, I shared with you that is to communicate more with video. So here we are, taking that leap, making that step. Perfect or imperfect, this is about taking action. And that's what I want for you. So here's what I want you to understand. This year is coming to an end. We're ending 2012. We're moving into a new year. This is a time when many will set resolutions, make plans. I don't want you to set a resolution. I want you to change your life. And here's what I want for you to do that. You are going to determine a few goals, and I'm going to help you through the goal setting process. And of those goals, you're going to really achieve some things. And I'm going to guide you today through how you're going to do that. This is not a difficult process. It's actually very simple, and you may have heard it before, but I want you to hear it in a new light. Here's something I want you to understand. When you're setting a goal, we always have a vision, right? We set a goal with something in mind, and we're looking toward that something in the future. Well, here's what happens as life goes on, right? We have this goal. It's a wonderful, noble goal, but then the shiny object happens, and then something else happens, and then, oh wow, so-and-so wants to learn this new technique. I'm going to go do that with them. Nothing wrong with adding value to your life. Here's what I want you to understand. You always want to keep your goal in mind. If the activities that you're adding to your life do not direct you toward the goal, if they're either moving you off course or causing you to stop in your direction towards your goal, you have to think twice about whether that's a good activity for you. I know what you're saying, but Crystal, I want to do that. So here's what I offer you. Instead of, I'm not going to do that activity because it doesn't move me toward this specific goal, I want you to evaluate it like this. I understand that that goal is going to be a little bit longer before I reach it if I take on this activity. But this activity enhances the value of my life right now so much that I'm willing to go through a little bit of a longer wait for that specific goal. If you can evaluate it that way, guess what? The shiny object becomes a true evaluation of, is it something that adds value to your life, or is it just distracting you from the real goal? So start with that in mind. Where are you trying to go, and make sure the activities that you choose on a daily basis move you toward that goal or add value so much that you're willing to sacrifice the timing that it takes you to get to that goal to some degree. Now here's what I want you to understand. I'm going to offer you a few tips today just to take forward. And again, why am I sharing this with video? Because I promised you I would. And we always keep our promises. So as we set goals, consider them as promises to ourselves. But understand that goals are allowed to be mended. So when you decide you want a different goal, it's okay to mend it. But mend it with purpose. Not because you didn't reach the goal, but because you recognize with more clarity now what would be a better goal for you. So my first tip for you, this is a common one, right? You hear it all the time. Write down the goals. Why would I take time to tell you something so simplistic? Because 90% of the people or more do not write down their goals. And guess what? The achievers have written them down. So don't ignore this tip. You get it from all the sources. Do it. Write down the goals. The next thing I want you to understand is you need to find something or someone who holds you accountable. Find someone who has a similar goal. Create an accountability there with that someone. You don't have someone, find social media. Who's not going to stick to the diet when they told everyone on Facebook that they're going to do it, right? So social media is a good way. Someone else external from yourself. It doesn't have to be friends and family. Hire a trainer. Get a coach. Find someone who's going to hold you accountable to help you reaching those goals. The next thing that I want you to understand is you don't have to reach all the mountains in the same day. Choose your top 2 or 3 goals. Once you get 2 or 3, those are your favorites. Don't worry about the others. Does that mean we're not making progress? No, it means we are focused. Really focused on those top 2 or 3. And what you're going to do is break those top 2 or 3 goals down into little bitty pieces. Something you can do on a weekly basis, maybe even a daily basis. And guess what you're going to do every single day? You're going to take some kind of action toward that goal. Some days you may not have an activity that directly affects the goal, so you're going to look at the goal, write down again, and write down why this goal doesn't have an action because you're waiting on this process or whatever it is, but you're still taking action every single day. Now here's the big secret. Keep it simple, sweetie. You've got to keep it simple. Simple is sexy. Have you ever seen something really complex and you say, whoa, wait a minute, I'm out, but you see something that's kind of simple, but it makes a lot of sense, and all of a sudden you're really attracted to that? Simple is sexy. So grab a hold of simple and be okay with that. Now here's the piece I love the most. You want to reward yourself every single day in some small way, and in big ways every now and then, for the goals that you are accomplishing. Now here's the trick to the reward, right? So if saving money is your goal, don't reward yourself by going out and buying a new pair of shoes. It's counterproductive to the goal. If losing weight is your goal, don't reward yourself with cake. Go find something else that is productive toward that goal, something you love that you can reward yourself. So when you're setting your goals, when you're taking action, I want you to remember one thing for me. They're your goals. You can do whatever you want to with them. But if they really mean something to you, you've got to set up the plan, and you've got to hold yourself accountable, and you've got to remember the rewards for doing it. So thank you so much for sharing with me today. Expect some more videos as 2013 progresses, because that's my promise to you. I'm going to communicate more with you in video. Love you. Expect some feedback, hopefully from the videos. Love to hear from you. Sometimes they're going to be funny. Sometimes they're going to be serious. I'd love to hear what you have to say. And please, if one of my videos is not your cup of tea, that's okay. Don't consider it anything against you. Understand that we're trying it out here. And when you're trying something out for the first time, like you'll be doing with your goals, sometimes it's going to be imperfect. And sometimes we're going to just try out the wings, see how they fit, and move forward. So I'm inviting you to grow with me, and whatever that big goal is with you, I'm going to be changing and meeting my goal right in front of you in the camera. So thank you so much. Let's make 2013 a rockin' year.